Greetings and welcome back to the Dicey Cantina. I'm joined again by AJ and Mark to play Hopco Vaesen. We are in an adventure in Brancombe, doing the Old Meg from the now released Mythic Britain and Ireland. When we last left you guys, you were trying to ease tensions in the Shepherd's Rest. There's a bit of tension is probably just the best word for it, between the father of the poor deceased Daisy and the brothers of William. William has, of course, been accused of the crime of killing Daisy, though nobody seems to believe that that's true. After Padre Libre intervened, the brothers of William left, and things eased in the pub, and I believe you guys made your way, we're flashing forward in time a little bit, back to Longby's house where you're staying, and have had a relatively quiet morning at the house. I believe there were some conditions that were wanting to be healed, and we thought that maybe this might be the best time to take a day to do that, because healing mental conditions is a day worth of time. So
I think
go ahead.
The two of us spend the day sorting through what we've found so far in these few towns.
And Longby has that wonderful maid who can cook something fierce.
And he has that wonderful library that is incredibly difficult to peruse.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's right.
For anybody other than Longby, it has his own organization.
So you want to go over the stuff, or you want me to start talking?
Hey, well, why don't you start while I finish my coffee?
All right. So Daisy Thomas was killed about 2 weeks ago. We know that William Wincombe was accused of her murder, but it doesn't seem like he did it. The autopsy was done by Dr. Mellors in Annonsbury. Organs were missing. It was definitely a creature.
It was like a bear, or dumb with teeth.
They keep saying wolf, but wolves have been extinct around these parts for a long time. In addition to the death, the farms around here have been struck by a blight, and the latest one was the Wincombe farm. Let's see what else we got. Daisy's body was found 3 days after she disappeared by her father, who I believe is named.
Poor father.
Not the thing that I have written down.
It's Frederick or David, but I don't remember which one. I'll find out.
David Wincombe. So it's not David. So
sorry, it's Fred Thomas.
Fred Thomas. I don't actually have that written down. William was hanging out with someone named Jenny Pierce, who, from what we have found out, seems like it was a cousin. Seems like that might be a dead end. Before her death, Daisy was talking to Gaffer Ingham, who I like to think of as an oldie, but a goodie. Right. She was talking to him about Old Meg, that standing stone up on top of the hill that we can see from a distance. She felt a connection to the cave there and visited it regularly. And that, I believe, is where she was found dead.
Yeah, that or at least by it, right?
Where's this accent coming from?
Oh, I'm sorry. Yes.
You telling me you're faking your accent this whole time?
No, I would never tell you that. Yes, head injury, bite injury. But this old Meg, yeah, there was a whole history of.
Yeah, you remember that legend?
If I remember correctly, it was a witch, and she was beaten back, but never truly defeated.
Yep, she was turned to stone.
Yeah.
Through the power of prayer.
Good, I'm good at that. So
yeah, I heard. I'm not.
I will teach you today. I got a spare rosary. We can go through some things.
Saint used a blessed cudgel to defeat her. Well, I'm wondering if we could find the cudgel. Does this little town have a church? Maybe they've got a little reliquary or something we might be able to borrow something from.
Good idea. Holy relics are very important. Okay, stone, holy cudgel. That's right.
And then
Blessed
there was a
cudgel.
guy named Tom Pawsey. My only note about him is that he was a weirdo.
Kind of a weird local.
I think that's all we got.
He didn't get in a fight. They're holding him in another town. Poor Billy. The constables don't like people. We talked
They,
to
they didn't want to talk to us. It was almost like we weren't supposed to go there.
almost, and we talked to the coroner who did the autopsy. I think he's on our side. Yeah, that is what I got to.
Dr. Mellers did the autopsy.
Yep, Dr. Mellers. Before we left town, you blessed my gun.
I bless that thing every chance I get.
Yeah.
Yes. Oops, dead sheep. Oh yeah,
On
there's
our-
dead sheep.
Yep.
Yep.
And it's cold. It's cold here, right?
Mm-hmm. In particular, this morning you discovered that there was a frost over the village. That the flower box, the window box that Mary Hopper grows some of the thyme and other little kitchen ingredients she uses for cooking, had all blackened and shriveled as if killed by frost.
Dios mío.
Very strange. I
And
believe it is June.
It is late June, mid to late June,
These things don't mean up.
and there was a definite chill in the air this morning when you got up.
And our eggs are just that less herby.
Well, if there was any doubt in your mind that something supernatural was happening, I think we can put those doubts to rest.
Oh, I thought I was the more into supernatural, that I thought it was you that needed the convincing that things were supernatural.
Heck no, I've seen dead soldiers rise again on the battlefield.
You both
I've seen
have the
things
sight.
tear up. I know, but I'm just saying, Yeah. Just figured you seem more anti-supernatural than I am.
So, what conditions did you guys get in the last session?
We were both just angry.
Just
You both
pissed
took
off.
angry. I knew it was a mental
You're
We
both
condition.
just kept
ready.
failing all of our rolls.
Uh-huh.
Oh yeah. We were angry. Then we were getting scared that things weren't, going to work out.
Did you also have frightened?
Yeah, I'm pretty
Okay.
sure I did.
I
Yeah.
only had angry.
Yeah. We were very angry.
So,
It was cold.
for healing mental conditions, it takes an inspiration check.
Hmm.
A successful inspiration check will heal 3 mental conditions per
In
success.
addition to a day of rest.
Yeah, so the time frame is it takes a day. And
Okay.
the other caveat is that you are healing the other. You're not healing yourself.
Okay. We're totally both keeping all these mental conditions.
Oh yeah.
Uh,
Well, let's see. I get. I get like 7 dice for this,
please go first because I get 1.
and I take off based on my condition, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
You
Yeah.
remove 1 die per condition.
Okay, that is 2. 2 sixes, right? We're going for
2
6
sixes.
sixes.
Yep.
Yeah. And you're looking for just 1. It's just a normal check.
Okay.
But I gave him 2.
I'm no longer angry, and that means I get to roll 2 dice. Good luck. I got a 6.
Hey.
Now I'm not scared. I'm just angry.
Now we're gonna get this solved. We're gonna take care of this today or tomorrow.
Nah, why don't we just save it for tomorrow? Let's finish going through these books and maps, and
Yeah, these books are gonna take all day.
well, I don't even understand this organization.
Because
They're not
there
even
is no
color-coded?
organization.
Dios mío.
It's like alphabetical by author's middle name.
And what do they do with these female authors who add names and then take them away based on everything. That's just so confusing. Yeah.
AJ, to specify, you all
Yeah.
three are you can heal up to 3 mental conditions. So you should
Oh,
not only not be frightened anymore, but you also are no longer angry.
excellent. Okay, cool. Oh, so it heals up to 3. It's not per success. Okay.
Yeah, it's 3 per success, and you can use that even additional successes to not be broken anymore.
Oh, okay.
If you were mentally broken.
Oh, sweet. Not mentally broken yet.
Yeah. Or yeah, okay. So I skipped over the underneath the healing mental conditions where it takes you a day in this roll to do so. The rest could have just been the scene that you just portrayed and you gotten 2 back without a roll. So
Oh,
but we rolled dice. That's more fun, right?
just double down.
Yeah. All
Okay.
right.
So is our day of rest a complete day of just sitting inside and staring out the windows, or are we able to do any non like super active research or anything like that?
I think you've gotten most of the clues, if not all of the clues, available at Longby's house.
Okay, because we did absolutely completely fail all the checks in Longby's house.
Yeah.
I guess.
New roll.
But we found them elsewhere.
Yeah.
Okay,
I remember
cool.
there was one that you succeeded to like trace the path that you did in the cart on the way that was supposed to be at his house.
Okay, cool.
Uh, yeah.
I mean, if there's nothing else, we have a day where we pretend to work and actually relax and eat food.
Yeah.
And stay inside because it's cold.
Mm-hmm.
Talk and search for different prayers that deal with healing.
Yeah.
And you go over the whole thing about Lot's wife turning to stone, salt. It's not stone, but salt. Similar, but not the same. That's all I got.
This would also be the place. Longby's library would actually be the place to look for information on that cudgel that you were talking about.
Okay.
Because he had shown you, or at least I think he had shown you, that he was writing a history of the town. And so he was taking account of things. And that's thus the reason for all the disorganization is these are all his research books and everything that are arranged in exactly how he remembers where they are based on this book that he's writing.
All right.
But you can
So
search
if we
this
want to
library for that info.
If we want to look for that info, what are we rolling?
And we are not on book, so I have to make this up.
Investigation searches a room.
Yeah.
Understands what happens to a crime scene, examines a dead body.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be investigation. We're just reading off the skill list here. And I don't think Longby has much planned for the day, so he's kind of there to help a little bit. So we'll say it's a normal roll.
How's your investigation, Padre? Not good?
Oh no, I'm
Okay.
not the best at that. I only get.
Well, you're helping out, right?
I'm absolutely helping out.
Yeah. Okay.
I got 3 in logic, but I'm more of a learned man.
That is still no 7 dice, no successes. Oh well.
You can do something.
I can get a condition back.
Dang it.
Pushed roll increases my chances to 92%.
For
Chances were
5,000.
72%, which is pretty good.
Let's see. That or
don't know how you keep this place organized. I don't know how you find anything around here in Long Beach.
What do you mean? It's perfectly. It's this stack over here is the dates pertaining to Biren, and over here this is the pile of settlers that came and started the farms. And
Right? If it's so well organized, why don't you pull out the sheet of paper that tells me all about this cudgel?
And where to
See, you
find
can't
it?
do it. Can't do it.
well, it's not from lack of a book there, Billy. It's just that there
Lack
isn't
of
any
organization,
information
that's what-
on the cudgel. I mean, it was 1,000 years ago.
One thing I know about Catholics is they love their saints. And they love to keep little bits and pieces of those saints around. I'm
Mhm.
very surprised you don't have any information about that.
Well, I'm pretty sure we're all Protestant here.
Oi, hey,
Well,
no,
I,
that's
I mean,
Jewish.
I know, Padre, I know. I just mean
Hey,
that the reliquaries didn't really keep anything when we switched over to being Protestant.
yeah.
I guess.
Would
I guess that's
a
how it works.
learning? Would a learning? Um, they probably came through and shipped it all out. Would a learning help connect the dots of where, or if we could see where the cudgel could have been located?
I think
Or all the different info of what he's gathered.
I
Like,
think so, but it's
investigation
also
would be like,
I will say that the story that old Gaffer Ingram gave you has
Mhm.
a clue and has a little box underneath it. And I think that this is the time to just point at the box. And it is that this clue isn't to say that you need the cudgel, it's that you need a blessed weapon. But any blessed weapon will work.
I got one of those.
You got one of those.
yeah. Do we need more? Okay. We blessed your gun. Yeah, I think we're good. Let's go find this
Suppose I could
Meg and
use my gun as a cudgel.
give her the old iron,
Oh.
the
Uh,
pistol whipper.
And
Yeah.
you'll recall your ammunition specifically. Your however many shots, 8 shots in the revolver have been blessed. So you have blessed ammunition currently.
Oh no,
which
I
is
got a
great
question
thinking
then.
ahead.
If this is Protestant land, does that mean we need to go find the local priest to have him bless it?
You mean
Or go-
Longby? The person's the parishioner
Yeah.
of the church here.
That's right.
He
No, I
is
don't think
available to
so.
bless things if need be, but
I don't think we need that. I think it's a matter of modern religion, modern belief versus the old systems, the pagan things.
And yet we are still battling the pagan things. And all. Okay. Do you want a cudgel? Just in case?
Do you want a cudgel just in case? I don't think you have a weapon.
I could just bless this old iron-bound Bible. Give her some old-fashioned Bible thumping.
you can certainly spend time to bless the Bible.
Yeah, he definitely does that today.
Okay.
He'll spend some time going over and giving it appropriate blessings.
Oh, what was that roll? I think that's in the other book.
Give it inappropriate blessings.
We'll just say that it's blessed because I don't remember what that roll is, and it's gonna take me a while to look
I
it
don't
up.
think there was one. Was there?
That's the thing I
One of
can't
my
remember is that
abilities.
Or is it a talent?
It's a talent. Let's see. Doctor's talent. Blessing once per session, you can bless an object or another player character. player character or anyone using the object gains a blessed advantage and a +2 to a test of their choice.
You just bless
The-
yourself.
Yep. You
You
Sweet.
don't have to rely on the book.
And then you can only do bless one thing per session.
Mm.
So
Yeah,
I
just
can't bless
bless
two
yourself,
guns.
and then if you need to
Gesundheit.
just
Yeah, there we go.
slap the witch.
I like it.
Yeah, that sounds great.
I am holy. I am blessed. I will put you to the test.
So while Padre
Padre,
Libre is
we-
doing slap moves in the library, and Longby and Billy are arguing over the.
We're organizing.
Or I disagree
yeah.
with you.
Billy.
I have it exactly
Billy
the way I
is-
want it.
No. This is not organized.
If you move it, I won't be able to know exactly where it is.
We're gonna put little
Lord, it's
pieces of
the
paper in the file that say what each one is about.
What a
Are
novel
you thinking
concept.
notes on notes?
You heard of our old friend Dewey, I guess. So, for the rest of your day, and you can head out into the evening if you wish, there are a few locations you haven't visited yet. But what's your plan to further your investigation?
You want to share those maps with us again?
Yes. Yes, I do. Do you want
'Cause I don't remember what those places are.
to cover for me for a few minutes while I grab those things?
Sure.
Absolutely.
The two of us head out into the cold. So Billy is 39. He was an officer in the U.S. military back when he lived in the U.S. And he right now is dressed in a like almost like a suede sort of jacket with his bandana, his hat. He's got pretty bushy mustache, but it's otherwise clean shaven. Jeans and a 6-shooter at his hip. Yeah, he came prepared for the cold. They knew that this something weird was going on here, and I think the original letter that they got said it was unseasonably cold.
Padre Libre. I was like, Billy, I thought that he was a kid that was trying to get hooked up.
No, that was
with this-
William.
Oh yeah, that's right. We changed it, didn't
It
we?
was young William. Yes.
William Wilcom. Padre Libre is a short, squat of a man. He dresses in mission style clothes, which are the heavy. They're wool, aren't they?
Sure.
I think it is. They're not comfy, but he's got a big sombrero type hat. It's black that he keeps, helps keep the weather off. He's got curly hair. He's got a big handlebar mustache, and he carries a satchel, which has his big iron-bound Bible in it. He carries around a silver rosary that you'll see him praying on from time to time. He is also. Let's see. Yeah, he is also middle-aged. He's been around. Are we going into our motivations and our traumas?
The maps are now in the chat there. And then I can also list off some of the locations you haven't visited yet.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Okay. So we've not gone to the church, which is right next door.
Mhm.
Nothing has pointed us towards the watermill.
Yeah. This second map doesn't have entirely helpful stuff on there. It's a
Okay.
good description of where things are at. You guys are at the vicarage. The only location in
Yeah.
town is the Shepherd's Rest,
Right.
which you have visited.
Yep.
It's really the farms, the Thomas
Yeah.
and Winchcombe farms that you haven't
We
visited
went to
yet.
the Wincombe farm, but we did not go in.
Correct. Because
We didn't
the
know you
paragraph
shopped.
says that nothing can happen here until you go to Shepherd's Rest. And I did my best to dissuade you from trespassing.
Okay.
And then you also have not visited Old Meg's Holt, the
No.
location
That
where the
just
body
seemed
was
like
found.
it would be our final encounter location, so I feel like we were holding it. But we can go up there. I think with our sort of day of rest in mind, do we know anything about the Needled farm? Is it Needly? Needled.
That's the one next
It's Needly.
as
Yeah,
we
the
go
one that's
from.
closest to town.
Closest one to town. Where are you?
See.
So if we were to go along the road towards Meg's Mount, on the large map, there's Needly Farm. I'm just wondering if we have heard anything from them. Just because, you know,
It
we're
was one of
taking it
the
easy today.
yeah. It was one of the locations that had livestock attacked by the wolves.
Okay.
That's right. They're headed. The wolves have, or the quote unquote wolves have
The
hit
wolves.
Needley Farm and Thomas's farm.
Thomas
correct?
and Wincombe.
It,
Yeah.
And
I think the
Wooten?
order that you had currently was Thomas Farm was first. Lost sheep right after, presumably losing a daughter, and then the Winchcombe Farm, and then the Needlet Farm was third.
Closer.
Well, if that's the most recent and it's closest to us, we should just go check out the. That's a T. That's a Y, right?
Needley.
Needly, because Tetbury has a T in the middle and it looks different.
Is it
Yeah, it's Needly.
Needley.
Okay.
Gotta be.
Schneebly.
All right, Padre. What do you say we check out the closest farm to town? I'm not gonna make you walk another couple miles today.
Oh, I thank you, but I think it would be good to get out of here before you two, figure out who's the best organizer, not organizer.
This man just doesn't understand organization.
They're my
Ah,
books.
that's what like I said, let's go for a walk. It'll do us some good.
We head out into the cold.
Head out into the cold. It's probably maybe an hour before sunset. It's evening, right around dinner time, and you're following
Gotta be back for dinner.
Yeah,
Mhm.
you're following the path up towards the Needlet farm. There's that same frost has taken several of the plants, the shrubs along the pathway. And what else do you see there? So arriving, it's a small farm. Cold, foggy. The fog's starting to roll in from the cold. And starting to obscure things. There's a kind of small-ish barn and a house. Stone house not too far off from it, and some sheep kind of up on the hill grazing.
I say we go up to the hacienda and see if anyone's working. Oh,
Yeah, it's
everybody's home.
looking a little bit spooky out here.
It is a little spooky. But I ain't afraid of no ghost.
right.
Are you? Okay.
There's oh, go ahead.
I'm just gonna say I've never seen a ghost, so don't need to be afraid of them.
Well, that's the thing about ghosts. You can't see them, right? Translucent. Anyway, I'm getting sidetracked. So you guys make your way up to the little cobblestone house and knock on the door. And a young girl, 8, 9 years old, opens it up and says, Papa, we've got guests. You hear, well, bring them in. We've got dinner on the table. Who is it? And you guys step into a modest dwelling. It's not very big at all. There's like one bedroom off to the side, and then the kitchen and hearth is all kind of one place. And
Hello,
on the
ready?
fire is a pot. There's a man and woman and a child who live here. The Needleys.
Billy takes off his hat. Sorry to bother you during dinner.
Yes, hello. Thank you for opening your house. I am Padre Libre. This is my compatriot, Billy.
Howdy.
And,
Billy Harkness.
we are, we're investigating some things that are happening. I heard there's some,
Strange matters.
with the sheep dying and the cold or in the summer, and one
Yeah.
plus one is not equaling what it's supposed to be two. So
We don't want to take much of your time. We see that you're in the middle of, if I say so, a fine smelling dinner, and wouldn't want to keep you away from it.
Oh, we have plenty to share. It's some stew. Have a seat at the table. It's a pleasure to meet you. We want to send you back out into the cold without a hearty meal. Longby mentioned that he had some folks coming up, but we suffered one of those wolf attacks just a few days ago. Lost one of the herd, but it's
Thank you kindly.
Yeah.
That's Billy. Billy sits. Never turned down a hearty stew.
absolutely.
So you've
Thank
only
you.
had the attack. Nothing else happen around here?
well, the weather sure has been odd. It's been
That it has.
difficult with some of the grazing, but yeah, the unusual stuff seems to be. I mean, there's rumors of a curse and all that, but we just lost a sheep to whatever wolf, or I mean, they've been extinct, but whatever's roaming the woods out there.
No strange sights, no strange sounds.
No, I can't say that we've seen or heard too much.
And just out of curiosity, not to be morbid, but what was the kill like? Can you describe it from like a medical standpoint or a farmer standpoint?
Well, I'm no
Or a
doctor,
shepherd, I suppose.
but
But you're a shepherd.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, it looked like a pack of wild dogs had gotten at it. It was ripped apart and chewed on, gnawed on, pieces strewn about.
You probably didn't search it too much, but do you notice, was there any specific organs that were taken out?
No, I didn't notice anything like that. It just looked like it was eaten.
Okay.
I mean, the most peculiar thing about it was that some of the entrails and everything were frozen solid.
Interest frozen, huh?
But
That
Padre,
is
this isn't polite conversation for mealtime.
But this lamb stew is delicious.
I think Billy tries to make polite conversation for mealtime.
and you're able to gather there just kind of a one of the smaller sheep farms of the village. They kind of keep to themselves. Not a whole lot going on.
Once we're close to being done, I think Billy would like to ask about that curse that you mentioned.
Well, I've never put a lot of stock in it myself.
Just,
But
humor me. I collect. You could say I collect stories. I like to hear tall tales.
well, there's a lot of speculation to the reason why, but everyone's confused by the weather. It's June, and this is the latest frost we've ever had. Like I said, some of the sheep leftovers were frozen. It's not something that really happens overnight around here. But people are just saying that there must be some kind of evil force or creature being out about. That's the reason for everybody's misfortune.
That's the curse.
That's
So just some
they're
creature?
just saying we're cursed.
Okay.
Yeah.
Most peculiar. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's see. Let's coldness something. Do you perchance have you talked with the other shepherds who've been losing flock about if they have the same sort of problems too? As in, they came across the frozen sheepies.
I don't know if anybody's mentioned anything about the sheep being frozen. That's the thing that struck me as odd. I wasn't really prepared for that. But yeah, other shepherds around here are losing something to wild animals or something along those lines. I mean, if you guys like, I can show you where it was.
Oh, that would be most helpful.
I think that would actually be helpful indeed.
All right. And so Mr. Needley gets up and lights a lantern with the fading light and heads out into the pasture.
We thank the mom and wife very much. Thank you very much for your hospitalities. Sorry we did not come announced, but thank you for giving us a chance to have a home cooked meal so far away from our homes.
You're welcome. I'm glad you are taking an interest. And so you guys head out into the field.
How dark is it out now?
We are probably entering twilight at this point.
Okay.
Between the walk and dinner, the sun is just probably peaked under the horizon, and you've got a bit of the twilight left.
Clear or cloudy?
A fog has
said-
been rolling in. It's been getting colder.
Okay. Okay.
So Mr. Needley takes you kind of up the hill a ways past the barn. He's got some of those stone walls that you would see in an English countryside, the piles of stone rows and all of that. And kind of back towards the back of his property is one of these walls. And on the other side of that is the woods. And he points to a patch of ground, a grass that's all blackened and charred. And he kind of points around to the area a little bit and says, this is where we found it. It was, we dealt with the corpse the best we could, just burning it here so that we didn't attract anything else. But you can see the woods are just on the other side of the fence. So that's where I think that the wolf is heading in. So investigation can be rolled to investigate the area.
Yes. Let's roll that. Here, let me hold the light for you. What do you see?
Why don't you roll it too?
Oh, yeah. Both roll?
We have a higher chance of succeeding.
Yeah. Logic.
I got a 6. Do I see Any standing stones around?
Mm.
I did not get a 6.
I don't think you see any stones.
What do I see with my investigation success?
Yeah. I'm kind of hopping around here. Got some clues for you. So I think so you've seen the kind of the blackened grass. You're kind of looking at the area and examining the ground around where this is. And there are some unusual tracks heading into the woods away from the sheep. They look like a mix between like a wolf's paw, but also a human foot.
Mm.
That doesn't fit what I know about witches.
Maybe they make witches different on this isle than elsewhere.
Possible. What do you make of these tracks, Padre?
Mm. It could be the chupacabra, but probably not.
It's probably
They're a
not
little
the
bit bigger.
chupacabra.
It's it looks like a foot. That looks like they haven't trimmed their toenails for a while. They're a little bit longer. Like a cat has like retractable claws. These are extended, so it can't be a gato. So yeah, some sort of dog person.
Mr.
Or someone
Needley is
who's
like, I just figured it was the wolf running off, just the longer strides probably drug his foot a little bit.
yeah, but wouldn't it have like these are long feet, not short like dog, right?
Well, if it was like pulling a sheep, maybe. I'm not really sure. You'd have to talk to old, not old, but you'd have to talk to Posy. Maybe he's seen something out there.
Okay.
Is
So
that
go talk
weirdo?
to Tom Posy.
he's a bit of an oddity. You didn't hear it from me, but he's kind of the unofficial trapper hunter of the town.
All right. Where might we find him around this time? Is he going to find himself at the Shepherd's Rest?
Yeah, as the light fades, he tends to head into the Shepherd's Rest.
What do you say we head there next, Padre? Thank you for showing us this place and for your hospitality.
Yeah. I mean, if you guys can help track down that wolf, we would all be better off not losing any more of the herd.
You mind if we come back under daylight?
I'd be fine.
Okay.
Excellent.
You might see us tomorrow.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think we're going to head to the Shepherd's Rest.
Yeah. So Mr. Needley walks you back to the path, the edge of his farm with the lantern as the lights fade. You guys can head back into the Shepherd's Rest.
All right, yeah. So we head back through town to the Shepherd's Rest.
Mm-hmm.
Is it as last night? It was busy. Is it as busy as it was last night?
Yeah, it's kind of the same group. I think the two boys, the Winchcombe boys, didn't come back after yesterday's embarrassment.
Yeah.
And it's not unusual for Fred Thompson to be coming in a bit later. Everybody's letting him giving him a wide berth so that he has time to kind of grieve. But everybody else that you guys met there the other night are still there. You've got Albert Bradley, the bartender, Constable Edward Moore, who you spoke to at the police station, and Tom Posley is kind of at the end of the bar, kind of nursing a drink down there, and old Gaffer Ingram is asleep in the back as usual.
Excellent.
Hey, we see Tom Posey.
Mhm.
All right, Padre, you want to take the lead with this fella? You
Okay,
saw
but
what I saw back there.
I did. First things first, we should always greet someone with a pint or whatever they're drinking, right?
If you're paying,
Okay, I'll buy. Yeah, we'll get some drinks as to not look too suspicious, and then we will go talk to Mr. Tom Posey.
Okay.
Be like, hello, Mr. Tom Posey.
howdy.
Hello.
How are you this fine evening?
I'm doing all right.
Excellent. Do you mind if we sit and chat? Well, we have a couple of questions about the local flora and fauna and things that are happening in the woods tonight.
Is that for me?
Absolutely.
Yeah, you can have a seat.
Excellent. So, Padre looks around. We saw a track out on what was their names? The
The
Needleys?
Needley Farm.
The
Yep.
Needley farm. They said it was a wolf foot. But you tell me, are wolves' foots this big? Like a person's? And with like a manicured toenails? Or are they more like a dog?
Manicured toenails?
Manicured toenails.
That's not something I've been seeing. And I do know all the creatures that live here, big and small.
Have you seen any strange tracks around lately?
Well, yeah, I mean, the whatever animal is taking the sheep. I've never seen anything like those tracks before.
And you haven't seen the animal around, have you?
I haven't. I've been trying to track it, but the tracks will just disappear.
What do you mean disappear? Like they're untrackable, or where do you lose them at?
In the woods. I'll follow them, follow the trail for a ways, but eventually they just disappear.
What was the most recent set of tracks you found?
I think that was the Needley farm where you guys were.
All right, that's the ones that we saw.
Yeah. It's the same tracks as up by the cave and the Thompson farm. It's the same animal, whatever it is. But
Same animal that killed Daisy Thomas, you think?
I mean, it was certainly the animal that ate on her.
Yes. Well, I guess that begs the question: who do you think did it? You think young Mr. Williams Wilcom, or do you think it was a monster? I mean, a wolf.
I think, I mean, anybody around here who knows William knows that he wasn't capable of doing it. But I mean, I've been up to the cave since, and say that I don't think an animal jumped Daisy, but it's possible. It seemed more like they found her after.
Interesting.
I mean, for a couple shillings, I can lead you up there tomorrow in the daylight, show you around.
Done. Unless you object, you know. my friend Billy.
Well, I don't object. Not if you're paying.
Okay. I think that would be wise. Get the local tracker. Hey, what else? Do you have any? Have you seen anything of these kills that would anything out of the ordinary? Say them being like super cold.
Well, I mean, we're having the most unusual summer with all this frost and lots of
Yeah, that's
plants
true.
are dying off from just the cold of it. It's not usual for us to have that in June.
I think you could blame the old coal factories in London, darkening the skies, putting clouds where they don't belong, making everything colder.
I hear that. So
Yeah,
Tom,
it
Nothing
could
else
be.
strange, nothing else odd happening around town. We're just trying to figure out what's really going on around here. And we seem to be running up against a bunch of dead ends. The people of town have been very, very helpful, but
Mhm.
for me, it's just I've been trying to look into those tracks. I mean, did you guys get a good look at it? It's kind of like, it's almost like a human foot, but with really
I
long
did.
claws.
Right. That in itself seems pretty strange.
Yeah.
That not a bear claw.
I mean, I've seen bear tracks before. It's not bear.
Not bear. Not
It's not
not
the
a
kind of
wolf.
bear I've ever seen.
It doesn't look like a dog foot to me. The paddles don't do that.
Yeah, I've never seen any wolves in these parts. Go inside.
Wolves, not bears. Oh, coyotes are a lot smaller.
I have those around here.
I think it's foxes that we have more.
Oh. Oh. They don't have coyotes in England?
I genuinely don't know.
Googling it.
Well, we'll see you tomorrow morning.
All right, good night.
All right.
Thank you. Thank you for the info. We'll stew on it for the time being, and catch you for the tour in the AM.
All right. So you guys head back to Long Bees, I assume? Wait until morning, or is
Yeah.
there anything else you want to head out for tonight? Okay.
No, I think that's it.
I am going to call a 5-minute break here,
Oh.
Okay.
and we'll be back. And we're back after a short break. You guys have headed back to Longby's house and you have taken rest for the evening to set out for the cave in the morning. However, it gets particularly cold in the night while you're sleeping. And in the middle of the night, before the sun has come up, you are jolted awake by the sound of a woman screaming outside in the street.
That was Mio. No bueno.
Yeah, no, Billy is up in an instant with his revolver in his hand running outside.
And
Yeah.
as you head outside, you see Mrs. Needley just kind of running down the street from the direction of their farm, yelling, "My girl, she's gone! She's gone! My girl! I can't find her! Help!" You can see she's way more hysterical than I sound about having lost the young girl who answered the door for you this evening at dinner time.
Can Padre do an inspiration to calm her down?
Absolutely, he can.
Is that what you would roll for that?
Yeah.
Or is it manipulation?
I think it's inspiration to get her under control. Manipulation would be to almost coerce people into doing stuff.
Yeah, I feel like inspiration, since that's what
Yeah.
get rid of frightened with.
5, 6, 7. Any bonus dice because we had dinner with him earlier? I don't know.
I don't think so.
Any bonus dice because Billy is out here brandishing his pistol.
Yeah.
He looks like he knows how to use it.
Sure, I'll give you one for that. And you also notice around you that other people are stirring from their homes as well, coming out into the street to see what the commotion is.
1, 6.
1-6. So what do you say to her?
Shut up, woman, you're being his. No, he goes and comforts her, and he goes, my child, you must calm yourself so we can find her. Nothing happens with hysterics. One must be calm and understand what's going on. Now, just breathe. Take a breathe in, praise the Lord, and pray that we can find her. Now tell me what's going on.
The monster. Something. There was a loud noise, and then she was gone, and I think the wolf got her, drug her into the woods, but I didn't see it. I heard a weird noise, and she wasn't in the
Kind
house.
of noise.
It's like
He's looking up the hill towards the farm.
some kind of unholy, unnatural howl or growl.
Holy howl.
We don't happen to see what's his name? Tom around, do we?
I think Tom comes out of the Shepherd's Rest. Yeah.
It's still there at
Yeah.
like 3 a.m.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Tom, we're gonna go check out those footprints early. Coming with us?
Yeah, we got to get a search party together.
Albert, you start gathering people, get search parties, get lanterns, get torches. The three of us are going to head up to the farm right now. The rest of the town can follow after us.
Okay. We'll find her. And so they rush back off to the inn, to the Shepherd's Rest, to start getting things organized.
And we're
does,
going to, yeah.
Does Tom have a cudgel or a weapon or anything like that?
What does Tom have? I think he came out with a rifle.
Excellent.
Seems about right.
He would go, Tom, let me see your rifle.
Well, you don't get to bless anything else.
No, I can.
It says once per session, right?
Once per session per item. So I can bless different things.
wow,
I just
okay.
can't be blessing your holy weapon over and over.
I see.
At
I
least
don't think
wording.
old Tom's gonna want to hand that over to you.
Okay.
Maybe he needs a blessing.
Come take a blessing.
So
No, I'm practicing. Get away from me, you Catholic.
So in this instance, a blessing would take additional time, and I don't think Tom wants to necessarily wait for that. Some kind of empathy check could probably persuade him, or probably
I don't think we've
manipulation.
got the time.
But yeah, he's pretty much just heading straight up the road.
Okay. I tried. You saw it. I saw it. It'll be in the report. Okay, Billy, you ready for this?
Always ready.
Let's do it.
All right. So you guys run up the hill, up the path to the Needley farm, and what you find is that cold fog is still kind of all about over the town. The sun hasn't come up yet. It's bone-chillingly cold. And you can begin an investigation for this young girl on the farm.
Okay. So as not to get lost in the fog, can I use my compass?
Yeah.
That is 1-6 on a lot of dice. 8 dice.
And that was
An
the
investigation.
investigation. Okay.
Yeah.
So you guys spread out at the farm and you're looking around and you're noticing that even more of the vegetation seems to be withering and wilting under the cold. The frost that's kind of replacing the dew at this point. There's a bucket with probably like some goat's milk or something along those lines that is spilled just outside of that small barn that you saw. The milk itself has frozen solid. There's those same tracks, fresh versions of those tracks, the long human feet with claws and kind of thing, lead off back towards the woods. You see a few small footprints, presumably the girls. They aren't with the clawed feet. There's a very obscured trail from the house to the barn and then to the spilled bucket, and then it gets kind of covered and muddled from that point.
Okay, so can we deduce that the creature is not the same as the thing that's meandering? It's different.
Yeah, the what's kind of left in the dirt and the frost and all of that is this like this tussle, this big commotion that's happened in the tracks.
Okay.
You can see them. You can see tracks heading towards the spilled bucket and then heading away back roughly in the direction that it came from.
And did he notice the kid prints
Yeah, so the kid prints
Oh,
do seem
were
to
meandering?
because it was a success. Make sure I say this
Mhm.
clearly.
Yeah.
The kid prints do seem to head back towards the barn. There's kind of two
Okay.
sets of they went to the barn and then had this encounter, and then maybe the second set is them heading back to the barn.
So, are there 2 distinct sets of prints or 3 distinct sets of prints?
Two distinct.
Okay. Well, we're gonna head to the
Wolf
barn.
and the kid. Yeah. Okay. I'll open it. You keep your eyes ready and peeled. I assume it has a door. That's all.
There's a small door. You guys, it's kind of jammed closed. It takes a bit of prying and pushing on it a little bit, but then it kind of swings open. And Tom shines the lantern inside. You see a couple of goats in some pens there. That's presumably where the milk that was spilled came from. There's a few. There's the I forgot what they're called, but the big, like 4x4 wood planks. The kind of the rafters that make up the support for the barn are decorated in a variety of like horseshoes and some chains and things along those lines.
I assume when we were here earlier, we learned this child's name, right?
Yeah. What would you like the child's name to be?
Cadence?
It's not Billy. How about Emily?
Sure.
Nice English name, right?
So I think as we enter this barn, Billy calls out for Emily. You in here?
There's this sound of the goats bleeding a little bit. The meh, meh.
What?
It's tense and quiet, and then you hear a little muffled murmur, little kind of off in the corner. And as you get to kind of the hay section, there's little Emily hiding in the hay, wild-eyed and terrified.
Or you go first. You're more likable.
Oh, come out, my child. Are you okay? Are you hurt? Have you been bit, scratched?
She shakes her
No,
head
no.
violently.
Excellent. Well, will you come to me? Climb in my arms. Let us get you safe home.
So let's get another inspiration check.
Billy is sort of circling back to the priest and Emily with his pistol raised, keeping an eye on the darkness.
Kid, I said, come here. Come on, you're fine. You're fine. Can I push my luck and get a condition?
Mhm.
Okay. Because I can't roll tonight. That's much better. That's 2.
2 successes.
2 successes. Oh, now I'm angry. You don't want to see me when I'm angry.
We're going to assume you didn't say that to the girl you're trying to calm down.
No.
Yeah, so she's clearly frozen in place for a while, just completely terrified. She's clutching.
Don't worry over that spilled milk. You'll be fine. We don't cry over such things.
She's clutching her right at her collar, holding on to something dearly. And as you speak with her, she eyes you for a couple of minutes, and she seems too afraid to move, but she's not sure what to do. And then there's a moment where she just completely breaks and sprints and just jumps into your arms, Padre.
Yeah.
Hugs you around the neck.
What does it say you're clutching? What do you have?
It's my necklace of Saint Biren.
Excellent. Very wise.
I was so afraid. I was so scared. I thought it was gonna get me. I thought she was gonna get me.
She? Can you describe it?
It was horrible. It was like this old woman, but her fingers were longer than any fingers should be, and it was so scary.
And then she reached out for you, and then what?
I ran. I ran in here.
Oh, you're so fast.
Tried to hide. She banged on the door. I thought she was going to get in. But then she screamed this unholy scream and left.
With your smart ears, which way do you think she ran?
Maybe back towards the woods where she came.
Oh, you're so brave. Okay. Come on, let's get you to your parents.
No, I don't want to go back outside.
Oh, but you seem to be protected. You have your necklace of Saint Mirren. Okay, well, I suppose we can wait. Whatever. It's only, a podcast that only lasts for so long, and then,
I mean, I'm sure you've already convinced her with
Yeah.
your empathy roll, but she is terrified of the dark at the moment.
Yeah. We have
Got
a
a
light,
lantern.
and we have our Lord. You will be fine. He protected you, obviously. You did great. It was fantastic. You're so fast. You must have got your speed from your mama, who came for us.
And so she buries her face basically into your shoulder and just holds on for dear life.
Yeah.
Are you guys going back to her house? Where are you going to take her?
Well, we can take her either in to her house if her parents are there, or back into town.
It would make sense to take her back to her. Well, at this point, we might see lanterns and torches coming up the hill. Maybe
Yeah.
And then we'd be like,
we can
"We
take it.
found
Take
her.
her to
We
that
found
group.
her."
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And so the mother and daughter reunite, and
Yay.
they'll head back into the house. Tragedy averted.
Yeah. I think we've got an opportunity here. I think Billy pulls Padre aside. We've got an opportunity here. We've got the whole town at our backs now. I think we can maybe use this to flush whatever this creature is out.
I think that's wise. I was thinking the same thing. We'll go in Inquisition style and, burn her out.
Well, I think you should take the lead again on this, and might
Okay.
have some convincing to do, but I don't think it's going to take much.
I keep forgetting that I'm playing that person. Okay, that would be that be inspiration.
I don't think you have to necessarily roll for that.
Okay.
The town
Okay.
that has felt under siege by this evil entity has all banded together, right? Many are armed. There's torches and lanterns. Everybody was ready to do a search party for little Emily.
Burn the witch.
And
Burn the witch.
they're thankful that she is safe, but they also are all riled up. I think you just have to. I think they're very suggestible to whatever it is that you
Yeah.
would like to do.
Yeah, it would be. He would go. How would he do? He would go. Oh, he would recount. The old creature came for her, but with her speed and with the necklace of Saint Baron, she is safe. Now is our chance to rid this place of her curse. Let us go forth and find her and deal with her once and for all.
Yeah,
Burn the witch. Yeah.
kill the beast.
Kill the beast.
All right, so you guys are heading off into the woods in search of whatever creature terrified Emily.
I think Billy and Tom are leading the way, and I think it's like this long line of people with torches and pitchforks and lanterns and stuff, just moving all parallel to each other into the woods.
As you all search the woods, you're able to come to kind of a frost-ridden, nearly completely frozen over area that's covered in mist and fog. And out of the mist strides old Meg, holding a gnarled staff in one hand. Her strides are evenly paced. This is clearly the old hag back to life somehow. She exhibits no sign of fear or aggression and stands there calmly looking at you, uncaring as winter itself is. And I think this is our first opportunity to figure out how to do initiative.
Excellent. We will go to the back of the book where it says initiative.
Page 60 or 58.
Mm-hmm. So, initiative works typically by drawing a card numbered 1 through 10. And lowest initiative slot goes first. However, because we can't take cards out, we're going to just roll numbers, and tie will go to the players. So if you got a D10, roll that D10.
I got 5.
I got a 6.
And old Meg rolled a 9.
Wow.
And we're going to roll basically Tom and the other town folk are all just going to count as one big group that can do something for you guys if you need help. They got a 2.
Wow. They're angry townsfolk.
They are angry town folk. Okay. So I need a couple of stats up here. You are able to switch initiative slots. Should you guys be in the same general vicinity to talk. So if you can talk, you guys can plan your maneuvers and you can swap initiative order. Otherwise, the numbers you rolled are the numbers that you get. You also, during combat, depending on how you roll, you can swap initiative cards with your target as well. Though with Meg being a 9, I'm not sure anybody really wants to let her go first.
Yeah. No.
Combat comes in 2 things. You get two actions: a slow action and a fast action. And you have that for the whole round. Fast actions don't necessarily have to be on your turn, but you only get 1 per round. A typical fast action in combat can include parrying, dodging, all of that kind of stuff that make the combat rolls be more opposed in that sense.
Okay.
And so with all of that, and your ally NPCs being a 2, unless there's something specific you want them to do, I'm pretty sure Tom is ready and quick on the draw for shooting that shotgun. Yes.
It's not going to do anything, though.
Well, I know that.
We know that, too.
You are
Okay,
welcome
so I
to
don't-
tell the group to do something or swap with them.
Should we just have them surround her, or should we go? Or would you like to go first?
How would swapping with them work?
Depending on who you want to swap in that slot, whether that's Billy or Padre, I see it as a scene of just Tom was right there with you, and it's a hold on, Tom, and then you can step forward and take the first turn.
I think it's more just Billy yelling, wait, and pushing him off to the side a little bit.
Uh-huh.
I think that's all he feels like there's time for. So
Mhm.
that's what that is. Billy tells him to wait, and his pistol's already drawn, and he's going to try to use his holy weapon. Do something here.
All right.
+2.
Yeah, so let's see. I get +2 for the blast.
Bless your
Two.
heart.
That's a lot of dice.
What's your skills?
Let's see.
Because this runs after precision or physique.
It is precision, which is 4.
Precision.
Range combat is 2.
Nice.
Pistol is +2. And blast is +2.
Wow, wow, wow.
So, and
Oh, do you get the pistol because of that's who your character does? You get that innately from the character?
I don't remember.
Okay.
that sounds right.
Yeah.
We don't actually know. Do we actually know what the saint did to just that the blessed weapon defeated her? That's all we
Mhm.
got. So if there's some sort of ritual, we have no idea what it is.
Oh, we're thoroughly played up.
You're
Let's
not
go.
missing any information.
Okay. I got 3 6s.
Okay.
And
I'm trying to find her agility because she would like to dodge. But I guess that's just body if it's not listed as a skill.
an attack, you can use your fast action to parry in close combat or dodge a gunshot. Both of these reactions you can use at any time during the round, even if it's not your turn. You dodge or parry by passing a skill test. You use agility to dodge. Yep. Each success deducts 1 success from the enemy's attack.
Oh, and see, here's my error in this. Your Vaesen don't have the same skill list.
Oh.
So I'm gonna go. All right. So we're not gonna dodge this first one because I think that that's gonna be okay. I do believe that that means that you are inflicting a condition upon.
How many successes do I need to inflict a condition?
That's a great question. I believe the attack has to hit. You have 3 successes on that.
But I am able to use those successes for other things because of my talents. So
Oh, okay.
I just need to know how many I actually need. Well, I only need 1 to hit.
You will need 3 to hit if I am reading this correctly. There's a protection of 2.
Okay.
What is that, page 63, talking about injuries?
Well, 60 says you need 1 success to hit your target. So the damage is 2 of my
Okay.
pistol, and then I can use multiple extra successes to deal more damage.
Cool.
Does the Vaesen have toughness or no?
The Vaesen has iron or toughened skin, a protection of 2. And I guess fear checks would have been in order as well, but that's okay. Hard skin, protection 2. Hard skin test. Oh, do I just roll this to do things? I don't know. Okay. I'm very confused. I even read the combat chapter again today. Oh.
The art in this thing is so beautiful. How can you read anything?
The pictures are very distracting.
I just so ADHD on this. Like, That's beautiful. That's beautiful. Artist is ridiculous.
Yeah, we got all.
We need to take a short break.
Yeah. If you say what's over. Okay. Oh, okay. So because it's a Vaesen, it doesn't have a toughness rating. It just takes conditions.
Okay.
Now, how many conditions it takes is the next question I need to answer.
That would be
But for
injuries.
anybody watching the YouTube video later, I know this is boring. Watch it at double speed, and then you too can learn how to do combat in real time
Or double real time.
or double real time.
Taking
I don't know, I
damage
feel like I'm
causes
taking
you to
twice as
suffer
long.
conditions. The type of damage, mental or physical, determines the type of condition.
Okay. That's why it didn't help. I bet that there are special rules under Vaesen, and that is not in the combat chapter.
In the Vaesen chapter,
It would be in the Vaesen chapter. Which
maybe
I
page 121, rules for Vaesen.
Yeah, I bet that's where we're going. Okay. Yep. This is the chapter I should have read before.
Next time on Hopco.
Ting, ting, ting. I got you now.
All right.
Yeah, shooter.
To add an element of peril to you all, a successful attack, again, doesn't do any damage to it. We're going to count the successful hit as a condition, and we're going to move on from there. And then everybody in the comments of YouTube can tell me how I got it wrong, and I probably will have learned that lesson by the time you comment.
And I'm going to use one of my successes then to use my talent tactician.
Okay.
When you pass a ranged combat test during combat and get extra successes, you may, in addition to the usual alternatives, issue an order to a friend. Doing so costs 1 success. If they follow your order, they get 2+2 on their next test. Yeah.
All right.
So he lets the shot ring out towards old Meg and says, Padre, banish her with the book.
The shot hits Meg, and she screams.
They come and I uppercut her with the book.
All right.
We need to do logic or empathy for fear.
We're skipping that for now.
Next time.
1, 2,
So,
3, 4, 5.
Padre's closing and doing a close combat check with this book.
And I get
Well,
bonuses.
Padre does have the next slot. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
Are you actually going to hit her with the book?
How else am I going to banish her?
I don't know. Some magical Catholic way.
I suppose yeah. Observation. Let's see. That could be. It's not a bad idea. I like that. Okay. Can I roll a
Learning?
use observation to figure out what her, now that she's injured, kind of lock her in place and perform a condition on her. Like, we know your weakness. We know you've been turned to stone. We don't need a holy cudgel because we have our own blessings. And we know that Saint Biren did, protected the girl, and we bind you here and now. What do you think?
I'm good with that. It's not in my rules set, but nothing else we're doing is. So
There is something about banishing Vaesen in the rules
yes,
where it says the players do not roll dice when performing a ritual.
that's correct.
We didn't learn anything about a particular ritual, just about the blessed weapon.
Yeah. But so to look behind the curtain a little bit for any of the information I may have confused you on. Old Meg, the hag, is specifically banished by hitting them with blessed weapons. If it is not a blessed weapon, it will not inflict a condition.
Okay.
Yeah.
Padre is a blessed weapon.
Uh-huh.
You're like a little blessed cannonball. Just go
Little
punch her.
blessed cannonball.
Okay, here we go.
So
Yeah, he cries all that out, and he goes, and I bind you here and now, and he smacks her up and smacks her down, and that's 1, 2, 3 successes.
good. The bare
That's a lot
minimum
of
needed
fives,
to
too,
hit.
but they're blessed. I'm blessed.
So I'm going to count another condition on old Meg. She, at first, had stared at Billy with a vengeful look, and then is smacked in the face by this iron Bible. And she takes a step back cautiously. And then
The useless citizens.
the useless citizens. What do you... So I'm going to either roll... Well, I don't know that I need to roll, because we all know that the weapon's not going to work.
Yeah.
Is there a way for them to give her negatives, like distract her?
Yeah, I think...
And I wish this game had story points.
Yeah.
Persuade.
Yeah, Tom basically does his best to do a like flanking, get some space out to the right of the group and go out to the side, and takes a shot at Meg with the shotgun once he's cleared space.
One of the slow actions is lure enemy to a certain place, so they be like manipulating her to keep her from
I also have not
Strain.
used it my slow action.
Your
Anyway.
slow action was shooting, the ranged combat check.
No, that's my fast action. Right?
Your fast action is the
Oh,
maneuvers,
weird.
like equivalent.
So I guess mine would be move within the zone.
Mm-hmm. You closed
And
with
then
your fast and then
attack.
attacked with
Yeah.
your slow. Tom's and the rest of the group, like the torches kind of fan out. Essentially, what I think that they're doing for you in the narrative sense is they have drawn Meg's attention, because Tom's shot hits true, but it does not seem to hurt. And Meg moves with superhuman speed right at Tom and slashes with the claws. The claws are, I assume, body. And so she's in front of the Padre, backing up cautiously, Tom shoots, and then her eyes turn, and she moves in the blink of an eye and slashes across Tom's chest, and he goes down and falls down, hurt and injured. And then,
Not weird, Tom.
not weird, Tom. And we are back up to the top of the round.
Billy advances. Pistol has not pistol like following not as quickly as Old Meg, but almost. And I think he's walking across the ice of this frozen pond and is going to take off a shot. Let's go. Wow. Okay. Wow.
Wow.
I rolled 10 dice and I didn't get any successes.
Mm.
Have to get angry about something, aren't you?
Yeah, I probably should. And that's physical, so it's been a long day. He's getting tired. And I only got 2 successes.
2 successes. Well, we will count it just because it's a blessed weapon, and I know that I'm probably doing something wrong in there.
I think he takes 2 shots. He shoots
Uh-huh.
once and misses. Takes this
Yeah, just
another few steps forward, feeling the weight of the day, running around town the last couple days, the cold seeping in under his jacket. I don't think he actually put his jacket on after coming out of the vicarage, and but his second shot hits.
I'm going to be honest with you. I was picturing this whole time that with how quickly you described Billy going out into the street, that he was in his long johns and hat.
Oh no, he just wears his pants and suspenders like any good cowboy.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
Undershirt, pants, and suspenders.
So
Definitely
Meg
grabbed the hat before he left too.
takes another hit, and it's Padre's turn before anything
Padres.
next happens.
All right, so I don't get those +2 now. Okay. He goes, haha, you like that? Take this. 1.
And then Mario for a second.
Uh-huh.
Take it easy.
Take this. Take this ahead.
So
Only
you
one
also
six.
use your fast action to close the distance and then hit her again with
Yeah.
the Bible.
Do you want to push the roll to re-roll everything except the 6?
It's not a bad idea. You're gonna make me angry. I'm already angry. You're gonna make me frightened. Good call. That is 1, 2. Only 2. So
Total
rematch.
2?
Yeah,
Okay.
total 2.
So you hit her
Blink,
across the face
blink.
again. This good old Bible
Pow.
thumping. And
Kick at that.
a little bit of blood is coming out the lip and nose now. She's looking a little bloodied. The townfolk have descended into probably like utter chaos at this point. There's several of them running in trying to help Tom. Others are a few have just completely decided that this is nope situation and have run away. And
Nope.
there's lots of yelling and running and all of that. And so, and because they don't have blessed weapons with them, again, I'm not necessarily going to roll an attack for them. They can set you guys up again by being the cannon fodder. As Meg takes a kind of deep breath and waves the crooked staff over her head and begins muttering something under her breath. And the cold night air turns colder and colder, and ice and everything starts to spread out, and you have to make a resist magic check.
What are we
Roll
rolling
for
on
it.
that one?
And it is
sound effect.
Frost. So which one is that one? Please remind me, game.
I don't have an answer for you.
Yeah, I've got it here. Let's see. There's enchant. It's just a simple enchantment. All right. We're rolling dice to decide. I'm sorry, everybody who knows how to run combat in this system. I apologize to you all. We're just going with it. Okay, she got 2 successes. So you need 2 successes on a physique check.
A straight physique.
Yeah. I think that's what it's going to be. Blight
That's not
plants.
happening.
That's not happening. Nope.
1.
It is so cold. Good job.
I just got 1 success, so
Can we take a No, we don't want to take conditions on that, do we?
I mean you could.
My dice are not rolling.
How many dice are you rolling?
3.
Taking a condition would increase your probability from 42% to 67%.
It is so cold. I will re-roll. Power overwhelming. Did it. 664. I'm getting tired and angry and frightened. This is no bueno.
If we don't pass this roll, do we get a condition?
I think you get a physical condition off of it.
All right,
Oh, so I
I'm
got
just
a
gonna take
condition
condition
regardless.
and try to roll another success. And I did not get it, so cool. I get a 3rd condition now.
Yeah. Boxes like story comes first doesn't help me learn what I'm doing wrong here. We're good. We're good. We're having fun, right?
It's the best.
Billy's wounded now.
Billy's wounded. It's the ice is creeping on
That's
the
right, huh?
toes and kind of coming up the ankles, and just it's a
Yeah.
it's a coldness that is leaching the heat from your body.
Maybe he doesn't even have shoes on.
Yeah. And that's back to the top of the round.
Back to
Come on,
Billy.
Billy. You can do it.
I'm going to be the boring player here who just moves and shoots.
Mm-hmm.
And that is 3 successes.
Yeah.
Billy is pushing through the cold. Feels like his feet are sticking to the ice below them. And he breathes out, raises the pistol, and pulls the trigger as another blessed bullet makes its way towards Old Meg.
And it kind of hits her in the shoulder as she stumbles back and falls over, broken. And you see before your very eyes this boulder form out of the heap that she laid into. She turns back into a stone, a large stone, and her staff turns into a thorny bush right next to her.
Dios mío.
Oh. Billy half collapses on the ice. Is it like quickly melting now, or is it still cold out?
I think that it's the world is beginning to warm back up. You are more, we'll say, the quintessential springtime montage plays
Mhm.
in the movie version of this, just as the sunlight of dawn begins to brighten the sky.
And the east sun rises. Padre comes up to Billy. Mighty fine shooting, my friend. Mighty fine shooting.
Check on Tom for me, would you?
Oh, yes. That's pretty wise.
Tom's pretty hurt,
Crazy
but
Tom,
he looks
Crazy
like he's going to
Tom.
make it. Good old Crazy Tom.
Oh, okay.
I can roll things, but too I do medicine. I forgot I do that. Okay. I give him a blessing. See, I told you. I told you. You should have let me bless that gun. But no. Now I'm Italian since you said Mario and I can't get it out.
So everyone kind of gathers and slowly gathers themselves, and this boulder is before you. That is Old Meg that awoken and terrorized the town of Brancombe, and the town and you are faced with a choice. Do you leave it there? Do you try and take it somewhere? What are you going to do about this stone?
It is a very good question.
I don't
Are they
think
still
that
stand- Yeah.
that
I said-
question is not on Billy's mind as this all happens. His mind is he's quickly surveying the villagers who are here to see if Constable Moore is here among them.
Yeah, he would be.
Okay. Constable Moore saw what happened.
Mm-hmm.
Constable Moore was part of this whole thing. So Billy's gonna let Padre decide whether that boulder's moving, and he's going to single out the constable to try and get William Wincomb's name cleared, or at least had to have him muddy the waters of guilt.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Like to do a manipulation roll?
Yeah, so he sort of limps over to him and puts a hand on his shoulder. This guy was like younger, right? He was
Mm-hmm.
kind of a young man. I think manipulation's totally not my thing, but I feel like saw you out there, you brave in the face of danger. I see this town's under good protection with you as the law.
I have no idea what's going on. I don't know how to even begin to describe this.
And I think it's gonna be tough to describe to the inspector. But what you saw here today was a wild beast. The wild beast that's been stalking these parts for the last few weeks. The wild beast that killed Daisy Thomas.
Yeah. Yeah, that could work. I mean, I
Not
agree.
only work, it is from our investigation, it is what happened.
Yeah. I mean, Inspector Roberts would never believe what we've seen here, but if we just say it was the beast, yeah, that could work.
You've got a whole town of eyewitnesses.
I can do this. Yes, I can convince the inspector that we dealt with the beast, and the beast was responsible for Daisy's death.
You're gonna
Which-
bring old Tom Posey in with you. Show his wounds, that those claw marks. Person can't do those. Plus, William's in jail.
Mm.
So
Yeah. He agrees with you. He's ready to head off to Annesbury and free William. You have saved the young man from hanging.
do we need to bring Tom to Ansbury for the doctor?
I don't think so. I think in the
Okay.
I think what transpires with Tom and the rest of the town folk is they they're looking for leadership on what to do about the boulder. Leave it there. Is everything safe now?
Yeah.
Is their concern? But some of them are loading Tom up onto a wagon or some kind of something to take him back into town. They'll get him
A litter.
stitched up. Yeah, and they'll he'll be okay.
Board.
Is Padre gonna make the decision about keeping the stone here or moving it?
I think
Is
he has
there
to.
I'm just now talking with a slight southern accent, just in my normal voice now.
Yeah.
Now with a southern accent.
Just a
Well,
slight
was
one,
this
just a little,
people
just a
hard?
little guy.
Yeah, Billy saved Billy, and so it's
Yeah.
up to the Padre. What do we do?
Um,
What do we do with this rock? Like, is it just going to come back?
they might very well come back. We don't know exactly what brings her back, but we can either dispose of the rock, crush it, or we could. What if we bring it to the abbey or the little courtyard there? Put it on holy ground. Do a ritual. See if we can bind it. Keep her away.
Okay, we trust you. So the town takes probably a couple of days worth of time to move this boulder.
Like what size boulder?
I mean,
Is it like a standing stone now?
I think
10 feet high.
it's person-sized boulder. It's not as tall as it was because it's more. She collapsed into a huddled thing, so it's less obvious now as a standing stone, but it is heavy and big. But you're able to get it down to the courtyard at the church down there.
Yeah.
And
then we'll
describe this ritual that Padre does.
I think he would form a little garden spot within the courtyard. He would circle it with like probably white stones, and we'll have a plaque made talking about how, defeated by Saint Biron, and his holy cudgel. This is a memory of it, and then he'll do, he'll lead it some sort of ritual where he would,
Put a low iron fence around it.
yeah, and he would have the that bush brought back also, and have it with it.
Would you
What?
keep the magic weapon away from the witch?
The bush. Does the bush have her staff at the base of it? Like it was, she knelt and it hit the ground, and from that sprouted the bush, and so it still has the
I mean, it's
core of the staff.
it's kind of a gnarled like thorn thistle bush that comes up from it, and it's got staff-like kind of core to it.
Well, in that case, Padre just might have a new walking stick, and it'll burn the rest of it.
All right. Well,
Good point. Good point.
Yeah, that covers your adventure. The people of Brancombe are very grateful to have the warm summer days returning. The frost is lifted. The mornings, the afternoons are warm, if not hot now, and you guys are able to enjoy the pleasant hospitality of a town newly refreshed without this darkness hanging over them before heading back to London. And
I take the day off, and Billy's not feeling great after all that.
Mhm.
He puts his feet up with, like, I don't know, a warm like water bottle on him. Probably got not frostbite, but like, I don't know,
Mhm.
not
You
not
get
not
a
great.
warm hot bladder,
Yeah.
and with a nice big cup of something, and Padre will bring you over some stew. Here.
Yeah.
This should warm us up.
Yeah.
I put a little extra
Uh,
chilies in it. Because
I
there's
think
no
we
chilies in
had
this place.
no, they don't have chilies.
I don't know what this
And
garam masala is, but you know.
we head to the Shepherd's Rest that night. Enjoy the hospitality of the town for a little while longer before heading back to Rose House.
There's definitely the music and partying going on at the Shepherd's Rest that evening. Celebration.
I think, yeah, as we're there, the like in the middle of everything, I think we're talking to people, and then William comes in the door with his two brothers, and there's a cheer from the crowd.
Mhm.
Yay. We know you didn't do it, boy.
Oh,
had
we know
such a
you
good
didn't
heart.
do it, boy.
Oh, maybe you'll be able to marry your cousin now. Oh, there you go.
He looks so confused at that.
But
I was
Jenny
gonna marry
Pierce is totally
Daisy.
his cousin.
Yeah. I think little Emily comes up and gives you each a big hug and thank you for finding me. And she's pressed a couple of flowers, some I don't know what kind, but she gives you a couple pressed flowers as a thank you.
Thanks.
Billy takes out a little pocket watch, opens it up. It's got a little picture inside, and he puts the pressed flower in there.
Yeah, Padre puts his in, opens up the big Bible,
The Bible.
the Bible, and puts it in there.
And the music swells and the camera goes up into the sky, showing the town of Brancombe in a much happier light. And I think we'll say that that's the end of the story. Congratulations.
Happy ending.
You had a happy
Can we
ending.
end with an end where you see the staff that says Old Meg cudgel or staff, and it's leaned in the corner of the institute?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You take back a couple of prizes, so to speak, to the Institute in London.
Mhm.
There we go.
Yeah.
Cool.
You win. Congratulations. Thanks
We
for
win.
dealing with that lack of combat knowledge on my part. The next time we
We
play,
made it
it'll
work.
be much better. Thank you, everybody who's tuned in on YouTube and Discord. Like, subscribe, do all those YouTube things for us. We have a special game with the game's creator coming up in November, so come back for
Yeah.
the next Hop Company. Good night, everybody.
We're gonna dress up. Night.
Good night. I'm a pretty princess.